Giving all praises, honors, and glories unto Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai Bahashim, Akakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of great millstone that taught me this truth that rule well. Shalom to the elect scattered through the four corners of the earth. My name is Kwadash Paya, and this is Zephaniah, the third chapter, basically from war. I don't know what I'm gonna title it yet, but it's going into from war, destruction unto the kingdom of heaven, which shall be done on earth. So let's get started. It says, woe to her that is filthy and polluted, to the oppressing city. And the oppressing city is, we've been in many kingdoms. I mean so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians, which are the biblical Israelites, have been oppressed over many kings throughout different generations. Egypt, ancient Babylon, right? Nineveh, the Assyrian captivity, under the Moabites, we had to go to war with Rome, Greece, and here we are, Babylon the Great, aka America. This is an oppressing city, through their laws, their regulations, all the restrictions they're putting on people, and it's only gonna get worse. And the scriptures speak about this place is polluted; it shall destroy you with a sword destruction, roughly paraphrasing, because of all the different philosophies and wickedness that it promotes. And, but anyway, it says she obeyed not the voice, she received not correction, she trusted not in the Lord, she drew not near to her God. Right? Our people haven't, they're not considering the ways of the Lord, following other gods, following traditions of heathens, right? So they've been mentally, spiritually, and physically oppressed, and they love it so, right? Her princes within her are roaring lions, her judges are evening wolves. They grew not, Salaki, they gnaw not the bones to the marrow. Her prophets are light and treacherous persons. Her priests have polluted the sanctuary. They have done violence to the law. The just Lord is in the midst thereof. He will not do iniquity. Every morning doth he bring his judgment to light. He faileth not, but the unjust knoweth no shame, right? So, damn. So, even in amongst our people, what I named, that may wake up to know, who they are, know the truth. They're teaching lies. A lot of them are teaching things for filthy lucre's sake, not really healing the people, but doing it for their own corrupt crown, vainglory here, and that's why even Yahushua cursed out the wicked amongst the people, the wicked scribes and Pharisees, even people amongst these BS churches, Lord don't dwell in temples made with hands, right? And the Lord brings judgment every day. You see somebody get shot, that's judgment. You see somebody get hit by a car, that's judgment. Bombings, judgment. All these turmoils, earthquakes, and weather, storms, right? That's part of the judgment of the Lord. You always brought judgment. These people don't understand that that's judgment. They just think it's Mother Nature, it's whatever. No. Matter of fact, the scriptures tell you in Job, I believe 19 and 29, to be ye afraid of the sword, that ye may know that there is judgment. Merely paraphrasing, And the ultimate judgment is going to be through that World War III, the missiles. And this hour of temptation we're heading to. When they usher in the MOTB, I have cut off the nations, their towers are desolate. I made their streets waste that none passeth by their cities are destroyed, so that there is no man, that there is none inhabitant. I said, surely thou wilt fear me, thou wilt receive instruction, so their dwelling should not be cut off. However, I punished them, but they rose early and corrupt all their doings. Now, it says, and even with these other nations, the Lord is bringing that judgment, right, to the heathen. Therefore, wait ye upon me, saith the Lord, until the day that I rise up to the prey. For my determination is to gather the nations, that I may assemble the kingdom to pour upon them my indignation, which is his righteous judgment. The Lord's gathering the nations right now. You're seeing we're in the midst, the beginning stages of World War III. Seeing how these different troops from different countries is gearing up over there in the Middle East. Right? John the Revelator said the second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly. But it's not going to be fully implemented until the MOTB is fully implemented. Revelation 13:16. Even all my fierce anger for all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy. And that's going to take part of, as well, the judgment over here with the second death. So I would tell people to get right. Seek ye the Lord while he may be found. Call upon him while he is near. Isaiah 55. For then will I turn to the people a pure language, that they may all call upon the name of the Lord, to serve him with one consent. Pure language is what? The Hebrew, right? The Lashawan Kodash, the Holy Tongue. And now the Lord, pouring his spirit back on the earth, which he created. That's how we come back, like the scriptures say, we come back to remembrance. Knowing who our power are, knowing who we are, and knowing the name of the Lord and true name and the true doctrine. Yahweh meaning he is or he exists. Bahashem means in the name. Bahasham, in the name of Yahushai, the only begotten Son. The Hebrew meaning he is the deliverer. That's what he's coming back for, to deliver the elect, a small remnant, and the rest is going to be destroyed. The rest of our people that don't want to get right, they're going to get caught up in that fire, man. And all these prophecies that's coming, right? From beyond the rivers of Ethiopia, my suppliants, even the daughter of my dispersed, shall bring mine offering. In that day shalt thou not be ashamed for all thy doings, wherein thou hast transgressed against me. For then will I take away out of the midst of thee them that rejoiced in thy pride, and thou shalt no more be haughty, because of my holy mountain. Right? And that's why the Lord, never utterly destroyed Israel, and when he destroyed the kingdoms that our people was being oppressed under, but rather rose up prophets to warn before that destruction. So that's keeping that righteous, seed to continue for generation. Now the Lord is waking up his men again, man, in his last final captivity, so that all Israel will utterly be destroyed, But in the kingdom, the 2/3 of our people that shall be cut off and die, as Zechariah say, they're gonna come back through the loins of the elect in the kingdom. Right? Their spirit's gonna come back, in the kingdom, in better bodies and better, under the laws and righteousness. Right? The remnant, Slakia. I read 12. I will also leave in the midst of thee an afflicted and poor people, and they shall trust in the name of the Lord. That's what we trust, in the name of the Lord, man. You know, scriptures in Isaiah 31 and verse 1 tells you, woe to them that go to Egypt for help. Because why? They're trusting in the ones that's oppressing them. You got something called problem, reaction, solution. So when they bring the problem, these elites, they see the reaction of the people, and the people, they're going to be in panic mode, not knowing what's going on, and they're going to go to the government, the elites, for help rather than trusting in the Holy One of Israel, right? Which is orchestrating all of this, you know? The remnant of Israel shall not do iniquity nor speak lies, neither shall a deceitful tongue be found in their mouth, for they shall feed and lie down, and none shall make them afraid. Right? Sing, O daughter of Zion. Shout, O Israel. Be glad and rejoice with all the heart, O daughter of Jerusalem, which is talking about the people. You know? You saw Cornegos, Latinos, and Native American Indians, which are the biblical Israelites. The Lord hath taken away thy judgments. He hath cast out thine enemy. The King of Israel, even the Lord, Yahweh, is in the midst of thee. Thou shalt not see evil anymore. And, and that's why in the book of Job, no, I believe it's in Ecclesiastes, if I'm not mistaken, where it says, better is the end of a thing than the beginning thereof. And that's why we want things to speed up, because we want the kingdom of heaven to be established on earth. Never going into the book of Revelation, the 21st chapter, the 22nd chapter, where we're not going to cry no more. We shall never, sin anymore. No more death. No more sorrows, right? No more having a slave for your enemies going to work. No more getting sick. No more paying rent. No more your woman cheating on you. Women disobeying, children disobeying you. Because this is a hell. This place is hell, man. We want everlasting peace, as the scriptures speak about. That's why Peter just says what we look for is a new heaven and matter of fact, let's get that real quick. Let's get that one real quick. It says, verse 11. It says, seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of person ought ye to be in all holy conversations and godliness? And what's these things that shall be dissolved? Well, going into World War III, these missiles, when they're shot from one end of the earth over here, they're going to melt the elements. Scriptures say that the elements shall melt with fervent heat. World War III. Now it's lake of fire, second death, which is going to be over here in America, Babylon the Great. So knowing the prophecies is coming, knowing, the hour of temptation is coming with that new digital currency. What manner of person are you to be on holy conversations? Stay prayed up. Stay, looking for things that are ahead, which is the kingdom, not things here. We're not, prophets never cared for what that wicked kingdom had to offer, even till now. It says looking for and hastening. We pray to the Lord to speed things up quicker, which it is, because he said he shall speed up the times for what? For the elect's sake. Hastening unto the coming of the day of God, wherein the heavens, being on fire, shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. Nevertheless, we, according to his promise, look for a new heavens and a new earth. A new heaven is a new kingdom, new rulership, and a new earth. And it's not talking about the whole earth, but a new way of living. Because we're going to rule the whole earth. The elect, 144,000, starting with the men of Israel. Yasha'al, the princes of the power. When Yahweh shall come back, tabernacle of David is going to be built. It's being built now with his men. You know, we're going to see a paradise again. We're going to see a beauty, you know. Tells you in Revelation. It says, wherein dwelleth righteousness. Wherefore, beloved, seeing that ye look for such things, be diligent, that ye may be found of him in peace, without spot and blameless. Alright? So keep doing the work. Keep praying. Keep, you know. Now let's finish off. Let's go to 16. It says, in that day it shall be said to Jerusalem, fear thou not, and to Zion, let not thy hand be slack. The Lord thy God is in the midst of thee, and is mighty. He will save, he will rejoice over thee with joy, he will rest in his love, he will joy over thee with singing. I will gather them that are sorrowful for the solemn assembly, who are of thee, to whom the reproach of it was a burden. Right? And we're sorrowing now, in the house of sorrow, in the house of mourning, while the rest of the people are in the house of mirth. You know? That's why the scriptures say, as in the days of Noah were, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. You know? As the people was eating, drinking, marrying, and giving in marriage, they knew not till, you know, basically, in other words, until all hell broke loose. See? It says, behold, at that time I will undo all that afflict thee, and I will save her that halteth, and gather her that was driven out, and I will get them praise and fame in every land where they have been put to shame. And when it says to her, it's talking about Israel. You know, we are considered the Lord's woman, you know, married unto him, meaning joining one with Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, you know, daughter of Jerusalem. Alright? And the Lord, when he come back, he's going to give us fame, you know, praise and fame in every land where they have been put to shame. And our people have been scattered through the four corners of the earth. So go figure. You know, so we're not going to be a people of poor, you know, lowly on drugs, you know, families disordered, you know, looked down upon of these other nations. We're going to be brought back into our original and righteous estate. You know, that's what we want. That's what the Lord said. Yahweh Shai is going to come back and all eyes shall see him. King David is going to rule again. You know, hey, he's going to be beautiful. You know, all the apostles, all the prophets, you know, going to rule, come back in the angelic bodies, the angels coming. These heathens, they're going to be working for us now. Esau, these Edomites, cracks, all these heathens. Elam, Ishmael, you know, Moab, Ammon, Ham, right? All these different nations, they're going to rule under us, you know? We're going to rule the earth. Because even Esther was speaking about how, Lord, if thou made the earth for our sake, why do we not, you know, in other words, why are we not ruling? Why do we not possess inheritance? You know? Because, hey, it's prophecy. You know, that's like in Second Esdras where it says, Jacob, you know, Jacob is the Slakia. Alright, real quick, where it says Second Esdras 6 and 9, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. And you read about the birth, you know, in Genesis 25 and 25, how Jacob, which is is our forefather, grabbed the heel of Esau, which was symbolic, representing us bringing this kingdom down, which Esau is the end of the world. You know, Esau, these Edomites, these elites, they ruling, you know, they know that this is their end. Revelation 12 and 12, they're going to come down with great wrath, knowing that they have but a short time. Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. So our kingdom is coming to be ruled. The end is our beginning. You know? It says, verse 20, last verse, at that time will I bring you again, even in the time that I gather you, for I will make you a name and a praise among all people of the earth. Ew. When I turn back your captivity before your eyes, saith the Lord Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Kakadash. And we're going to see that transition in this time before our eyes. We're seeing that the downfall of our enemies. You know, the whole world's going to see it. You know, I got to read that again. At that time will I bring you again, even in that time that I will gather you, for I will make you a name and a praise among all people. And that reminds me of even King Solomon. All the kings used to visit him and all that, you know. And that was the beginning, a snippet of what's to come, you know, among all people of the earth, of all the families of the earth. When I turn back your captivity before your eyes, saith the Lord. And we don't want to be in captivity no more, you know. We singing swing low, sweet chariot, coming to carry us home, you know. Like it tells you in Isaiah 31:5, the Lord's going to deliver us like birds flying, you know, which is the angels, which is what they call UFOs, which is the angelic vehicles of the angels, the chariots of the Lord, you know. That's how we're going to escape out this lake of fire. But anyway, I hope this was edifying and exhorting, straight to the point, you know, to those that needed to hear it. Till next time, I'm going to say shalom.